Hundreds of teams came to Anaheim this weekend, gunning for the #1 spot. We've arrived at our third and final day of competition, but not without some drama and surprises to bring with it. The #1 and 2 teams are here to battle to see who moves into the championship game unscathed. While the rest of the field is still scrapping and scraping to keep their championships alive, winner takes all. It's MLG Championship Sunday. Championship Sunday. And listen to that raucous crowd. We're here in sunny Southern California. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Championship Sunday. I'm Farouk Tahid, and joining me up here in the booth are my co-hosts, Chris Puckett and Scott Lucier. Gentlemen, how are we doing today? We've had a great weekend so far. How's everything?
It's been an awesome Sunday. You know, a lot of surprises so far, but this tournament has been incredible. We're seeing a lot of new teams make big names for themselves. It's just the last event before we go into our championships in Orlando, and a lot of teams have something to prove here today.
Now, speaking today, we had a lot of great things happen today, of course, all over the entire weekend. I mean, right now we got Str8 Rippin and Triggers down, #1 and #2. They're going to be battling out in the winners bracket finals, but before that, I mean, we got some other well-known name teams out there. Instinct, Final Boss, they're not in it anymore.
Yeah, we got to first touch on Final Boss. You know, they lost Fear itself to Instinct for this event, and then instead they pick up Soviet. But this is the first time in Ogre 2's career that he is going home from an MLG event without a check. Final Boss finished outside of the top 8 of this event, and Instinct, they also really struggled this morning.
Yeah, and also we have Carbon beating Classic there, Scott. You were torn watching that game because you had allegiances to both.
Yeah, I really like Classic's playing style, and I like Carbon too, but I mean, Carbon just came out and they look fantastic. They almost looked as good as Triggers Down does this weekend.
All right, so we got that, but we've got our Str8 Rippin and Triggers Down match coming up. And let me tell you guys something. You know, we've got a member of our team, got the memo kind of late that Halloween was last weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And Julie is here. She took off her DMAC mask today, and she's here down on the floor to talk with SK from Triggers Down. Julie?
Thanks, Farouk. But at least did you like the DMAC mask? I hope you appreciate it. I did it for you.
Loved
All right.
it.
I'm here with Captain SK from Triggers Down. So obviously there's a lot of hype surrounding today's game. So how much pressure do you feel to make MLG history by winning back-to-back events?
We're not really looking at it like that way, but we're just going into this just a normal match, and we're just going to take it one game at a time like we always do, and we'll just try to come out on top.
Just like an average game. And I heard a rumor that you've really been looking forward to going up against Str8 Rippin. So why these guys? Why is it so important to you?
Well, I think it's only fair to them that they defend that like trading curse thing that everyone talks about. So I wouldn't feel right just winning 2 events without going through them. That way they have a fair shot at, you know, defending it.
Okay. And can you guys get any better than you already are? Because you guys are doing really well.
There's always room for improvement. We try to find what ways we can do to like get our individual skill better and our teamwork. So.
Well, good luck to you today. Thank you so much. Farouk.
Thanks, Julie and SK. SK looking for the healthy competition here. He doesn't want to go through it without a fight, and Str8 Rippin's looking to give it to him.
Yeah, and then, that kind of speaks to Triggers Down's confidence. A lot of teams, they don't want to meet up with Str8 Rippin, but these guys are feeling good. Scott and I ran into him right before we got up here in the booth, and it's all smiles for Pistola right now.
All right, all smiles for Pistola. All smiles for our crowd, too, giving Julie a big warm welcome. And now she's down there with a member from the 2008 champion, Str8 Rippin. She's down there with Tsquared.
Yes. Now, you guys were the last team to give Triggers Down a run for their money back in Columbus. So what are you going to have to do to repeat that performance today?
We're just going to have to play our game and play to our potential. We don't really try to strategize around other teams. So, hopefully we just play well enough, and that should be good enough to beat these guys.
Now, one of the big news coming out of MLG, there was a lot of roster changes between Columbus and Dallas, but you guys have kept the exact same roster, the longest of all the teams. So has that been a key factor in your success?
I don't really think that has anything to do with the success of our team. It may have something to do with their team, but I think we've established that Str8 and TD is a trend, and we are the two best teams out there. Winning a tournament is a big difference between getting second and third, so we're the only two teams to do that so far, besides Final Boss winning the first tournament. I don't think roster changes have too much to do with it.
Are you focused here and now in Anaheim, or are your sights already on Orlando?
No, we're focused on Orlando. Anaheim, one game at a time. We want to win Orlando, too.
Of course, of course.
I think that our goal is to be the first team to win back-to-back tournaments, and I think we'll try to do that here and then have the home court advantage in Orlando.
All right, sounds good to me. Good luck to you today. Farouk, back to you in the booth.
All right, definitely very, very focused there from Tsquared. Gentlemen, what do you guys think about that?
I think Str8 Rippin is just as prepared for Triggers Down coming into this one, and I think this one, I'm hoping it's going to Game 5 because these are the two best teams in the world, and I think this is going to be a very, very even matchup.
All right, and the even matchup it will be. We will see. That's going to wrap up our pregame coverage. When we come back, it's Triggers Down and Str8 Rippin are going at it in the Winners Bracket Finals. Stay tuned.